Welcome back to Supernova Traveler. If you are new around here, please join our Travel Around the World family. And if you are returning, thank you. And remember to subscribe, comment, and like, and continue your journey. I decided not to do Married at First Sight, the reunion, because I didn't have the interest to do so. And I'm particularly ready to move on. I hope all couples the best and to be their best for each other. Now, on to Bly House. I watched the first 3 episodes, and here's episode 1, A Great Good Place. We start the episode in California, and a random couple is getting married. We don't know if they are in any importance as of yet, or if this is some ghostwriter type setup. This British woman starts the story, so let's get started. We are first introduced to an American teacher who finds herself in England. Her name is Dani Clayton, and we follow her as she goes into an interview with Henry, who is the uncle of 2 orphaned children. She is interviewing to become their au pair. During the conversation, we pick up on things that are not quite right. Although he calls Bly Manor a great good place, which we all should be wary of using such a double positive in a horror flick, he seems to himself want to avoid the place and the children altogether.
Position.
I know. That's actually why I responded to the
children are wonderful. Exceptional, really. My niece and my nephew. Exceptional children, as I said.
So now that we know these kids are going to be exceptionally creepy, we also learn that Dani is also having some mental and emotional battles of her own. We walk into her space to find that she has used the sheets to cover all the mirrors in her room, and she has a conversation on the phone with her mom about running away. And towards the end of the scene, we see this mysterious figure that is obviously hunting her once she takes the sheets down from the mirror. So, what memory is hunting Dani and why?
I'm not running from anything, and it hurts me when you say that. I love you, Mom.
At the Bly Manor, Dani first meets the girl Flora, who is singing this creepy song called Willow Whaley, which is about some lost lover. And Dani asks Flora about the song, and Flora proclaims that she wasn't singing anything as she sat in the grass all by herself. She then warns Dani that the lake is a horrible place and to stay away from it. Then she has made this doll, and I'm like, what in the voodoo menagerie is this little girl creating? We don't quite know what is the importance of the dolls as of yet, but there's a lot of focus on this doll in this particular scene, and we also continue to see the dolls throughout the episode. We then meet the housekeeper, Mrs. Gross, and I have my suspicions about her. She's a little off, wanders about her head a bit much, and the little boy Miles, well, he is a creep, and something fishy is going on behind his eyes. So we also get to meet Owen, who is the house cook. We find out during this episode that his mother is sick, which brought him back to Bly, which is the city or countryside or county in which Bly Manor resides in. And we see the children give Dani a house tour, and Miles, little boy, he already starting his little bit of shenanigans.
Oh! I'm sorry. May I come in? Yes, of course.
So Dani starts getting the children ready for bed, and Flora sees that Dani has a butterfly clip in her hair, and Flora's tone changes abruptly.
Yes, you're a very silly girl.
Where did you get that?
What?
The butterfly clip.
Oh!
We find out that the children had another au pair by the name of Miss Jessel.
Miles gave it to me.
He shouldn't have done that, because it doesn't belong to you.
So prior to Dani, Miss Jessel died on the grounds drowned in the very lake Flora told Dani to stay away from.
Miss Jessel,
Who's that?
the other one, before you.
So we find out that the butterfly clip, which was given to Dani by Miles, the boy, belonged to Miss Jessel. Flora tends to speak to walls or dead air during the show, but we don't know quite yet what is going on.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I was wrong. It's actually fine.
The little boy Miles' tone is not becoming either. He sounds somewhat like an admirer of Dani's than a child in her care, and his words tend to cover up or overstep boundaries.
Mrs. Gross seems to think you should call me Miss Clayton.
Didn't you like it?
I'm sorry?
Did you hear that slick tone? She tried to put him in a child's place, and he ignored what she said, but she never went back to correct him. But the way that he said, "Did you like it?" didn't sound like a little boy. While putting the kids to bed, Dani requests Flora to put up her dolls, and Flora has a strange reaction to one doll in particular.
Put her back. She stays there.
Flora proceeds to tell Dani to not leave her room at night, and we at this point are unsure of the actual rules, such as is she not to wander alone at night, or is this any time at night with people as well? Anywho, as always, the character never listens anyway, and we start to see some creepy things happening. The first 3 episodes truly focus on character build-up, so we are moving very slow at this point, ladies and gentlemen. The next morning, Flora is upset and angry with Dani because somehow she knows that Dani left her room last night. When a discussion ensues about it, they are interrupted by Miles holding a spider. As they walk back to the main house from the lake, or pond, Dani sees a stranger on the parapet, which is like a veranda in a section of the house that is supposed to be off limits. Suddenly, people wander in to look at the gardens, but no one in the house saw this person. When Dani brings it up, the children give each other an odd look.
Absolutely. I waved. He didn't wave back.
Well, we do get ramblers sometimes.
The phone in the house rings a lot, but no one is rarely on the other end. We meet our last house member, the gardener.
The gardener did not even introduce herself to the new au pair. She barely acknowledged her at all. Simply treated her as if she'd always been there.
After lunch, Dani goes to the forbidden part of the house and finds a doll on the parapet. We find out that Flora leaves the dolls around the house to protect everyone in the house. But I've been wondering if this is like a situation where items hold parts of an individual's spirit. So I'm trying to figure out what are the laws of these spirits that are going to be haunting this manor, and how does this all kind of play into each other. It looks like each person in the house has their own individual ghost or demons per se. Miss Gross goes to the small church on the grounds and lights candles for the dead. And I noticed there are candles, 4 of them to be exact, that are lit. But up to this point, we have only been told about 3 deaths: the children's parents and their last nanny. I find it odd that Miss Gross never eats. It gives me the movie Sixth Sense or The Others type vibes.
What are the candles for?
The dead.
The day ends and Dani tucks the kids into bed for the night, and she accidentally kicks the doll that was previously under the dresser.
Oh. I'm sorry. You know, you need to make sure that you pick these up. I would hate to break.
The children don't take kindly to the doll being kicked, and as some sort of punishment for kicking the doll, the children lock Dani in the closet. And Dani flips out. Whatever demons she have, it takes a whole new turn when she's stuck in that closet. Dani eventually gets out of the closet and she finds muddy footprints leading outside. And she's wondering, why would the children go outside in the middle of the night? She follows the footprints and finds the children staring down at her from their room. And that concludes the episode. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and tell me your first thoughts about Bly House or Bly Manor. I'm going to try to do an episode every other day, but no promises. And also, Married at First Sight is over. I finished Omniscient, waiting for season 2 to come out. Let me know what type of shows you enjoy watching so I can possibly do a review on them. Leave your comments down below. Thanks. Bye.